Alright, so ingredients we're going to need for our shrimp curry. I cut 3 whole green chilies. I like my food really spicy, so I did 3 green chilies, but you can do 1 or 2 depending on how spicy you want it. 1½ onion. I did 2 packets of shrimp, and I peeled the shrimp. They came with the shell on, and I peeled them. So 2 packets of shrimp, 2 medium-sized tomatoes, 4 dried up red chilies, some cumin seeds, oil, red chili powder, turmeric powder, coriander powder, and cumin powder. One thing I forgot to mention is when I peel my shrimp, I do keep the covers, the shell, and then I'm going to boil the shells in water and turn it into a broth, and that broth is what I'm going to use to create the gravy for my curry. Just added some oil to my pan. We're going to start out by adding our cumin seeds. So just a teaspoon, a good heap of cumin seeds. They're going to sizzle as soon as they go in there. Swerve that around a little bit. And then I'm going to add my 4 red chilies and just give all of this a spin. I'm going to let this get a pretty golden brown. The seeds need to turn a pretty golden brown, and then I'll go ahead and add my onion. Alright, so my cumin seeds are nice and toasty. I'm going to go ahead and add our 1½ onion. Give that a nice mix. So I'm going to let my onions turn into a nice golden brown before we add anything else. So we're just going to wait and let them cook. I'm going to go ahead and add some salt because the salt helps the onions melt and cook a little faster. So just add some salt as soon as you got those onions in, and then just let them cook. So we're going to move on to the broth. Here I just put all my shrimp shells into a little container. I'm going to add some water. And then I'm just going to turn on the gas to like 9. And I'm going to let it boil and just let all those juices come out of the shells and turn it into a really nice broth that we can add to our curry. Alright, so my onions look nice and brown. At this point I'm going to go ahead and add my green chilies, which are right here. So add all of those in there. And give this a little mix. I know that's a lot of spicy, but I love my food spicy, but don't get intimidated by all those chilies. I mean, you can tame it down and just put a couple and not all the red and green chilies. Over here is the broth that I had, the shrimp shells that I added some water to, so this looks good. I'm just gonna let it boil a little more, and then we'll be ready to put it in our curry when our spices are ready. So to this I'm gonna go ahead and add some ginger and garlic paste. So we'll start with our ginger. I'm just gonna add a teaspoon, and then some garlic right here. So we'll just mix that all together. And I'm going to let it cook for a little bit, maybe like 5 minutes, and then we'll add our spices. Then we'll do our coriander powder, half a teaspoon, and our cumin powder, a little bit of cumin powder. Mix all of this together. Let our spices fry a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and add our tomatoes. And we're just going to mix this all together. I'm going to add some salt. The salt helps the tomatoes melt, cook faster. And now we're just going to let it cook and wait till the tomatoes melt and it all just turns into a fine paste. And we'll add some water to turn it into our curry. Spices are looking great. our tomatoes have melted completely, and now we can go ahead and add our water. So here I have the broth that I drained from the shrimp. So I just drained all the shrimp covers out of it, and what's left is just the broth. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that. Give it a mix. It's most likely not enough, so I'm going to go ahead and add some water to this as well. I'm just going to mix this up a little bit, and then I'll go ahead and add another cup of water. And of course, the gravy really depends on how thick or how thin you want it. You can add more water if you want it a little more, if you want less gravy, or you could add less if you want it thicker. Just gonna go ahead and mix this up. And this is about the right amount that I would like in my curry. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it come to a boil, and then I'll add the shrimp. The shrimp is gonna go in last minute because we don't want it to cook too much and become too rubbery or hard. So we're just gonna add them completely last minute. So now that my curry has come to a boil, we're gonna go ahead and add our shrimp. Mix it up. We're going to let our shrimp cook in there for a little bit. Not too long, just make sure you don't overcook your shrimp, but just enough where they get nice and cooked, kind of turn into a pink color. And that's it. Once the shrimp are cooked, you're all done. Alright, our shrimp are nice and cooked. Completely done, and that's it. I don't have any coriander leaves with me, but if I did, I would go ahead and chop some coriander and sprinkle it on top. But other than that, we are absolutely done. Super easy, didn't take too long, tastes absolutely amazing, so please go ahead and try it. Thank you guys for watching.